Hello everyone, I am Utkarsh and today I'm gonna tell you something about classical conditioning. So what is this term classical conditioning is all about? This term revolves around two main terms, like the first one is association and the second one is repetition. Okay, these two words are most important word in this term. What is the meaning of classical conditioning? The classical conditioning is the process of learning through association. Okay, so first we're gonna learn about the important topics, which important keywords which we will use in this video. The first and the foremost, the most important word is stimulus. What is a stimulus? According to psychology, a stimulus is a thing or object or event which elicit a behavioral response in an organism, it is called as stimulus. Okay, and the next we will see the terms which are very important. There are like 5 terms which are very important. The first one is neutral stimulus. What is neutral stimulus? Neutral stimulus is the stimulus which does not elicit any response. Next one is unconditional stimulus. Unconditional stimulus is the stimulus which elicits reflexive response, natural response, and that response which is generated due to unconditional stimulus is called unconditional response. The next one is conditional stimulus. Conditional stimulus is the stimulus which, on being paired with an unconditional stimulus, causes an response, and the response is called conditional response. Okay, these are the 5 terms. They are very important. We'll learn this through an example and I will associate this 5 terms with the example. Okay, so there was this scientist, a famous psychologist, not scientist, sorry. There was this famous psychologist known as Ivan Pavlov, due to which this classical conditioning term is also known as Pavlovian conditioning. And there are some more terms also, like reflexive conditioning and all. So this, what he did was he performed an experiment on a dog. Okay, there are 3 stages of this classical conditioning. The first one is before conditioning, second one is during conditioning, and the third one is after conditioning. What he did was, before conditioning, if you ring a bell in front of a dog, the dog will not respond. Okay, the bell is the example of neutral stimulus. The dog will not respond. Okay, if the dog smells of food, if you give a food to the dog will salivate. Okay, so this salivation is the unconditional response, and it is caused by the unconditional stimulus, which is the food. The food here is unconditional stimulus. Okay, so during conditioning, what he did was he ring the bell. After few seconds, he gave dog the food, and this he repeated this over a period of time, due to which the dog incubates. The dog developed a habit. Okay, what was this habit? Whenever the bell was ring, the dog will salivate. This is the after conditioning stage. This is all about classical conditioning. Like, after conditioning, if you ring the bell only, not the food, only the ring, only by hearing the ring, the dog started salivation. The dog started to salivate. So the bell which we ring after the conditioning stage was the example of conditional stimulus, and the salivation which happened due to this conditional stimulus, which is ringing of bell, was salivation. So the salivation is now an example of classic conditional response. Okay. This concept was further studied by a behaviorist known as John B. Watson. He performed the same experiment with a little kid. The name of the experiment is the little Albert. He used rat and fear, and this little kid, he associated fear with the white rat. Okay, there are some more important terms also, like, which is associated with this classical conditioning. We are running out of time, so I'll just wrap up. So these 4 terms are acquisition, extinctions, spontaneous recovery, and generalization. And let's take an example of classroom. In classroom, operant conditioning is more important, but classical conditioning is also plays some role. Okay, we should not let student associate fear with this classroom or anxiety with classroom. So there is this term classical conditioning, which also plays an important role in classroom learning. Okay, so we'll wrap up. Thank you.